Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Knife Chats with Tobias. Well, welcome back to another episode on the Rough Ryder StoneWorx series. This is the new generation of StoneWorx knives by Rough Ryder. The last episode featured the Rough Ryder Congress, a new version of the Congress knife. This episode, well, we'll be looking at the Rough Ryder RR2409 Toothpick. This is a large toothpick. So the knife measures 5 inches in the closed position and just shy of 9 inches when fully open. You have the nickel silver bolsters. You've got the pinched and ringed at the top, a triple ring powder horn on the bottom, and then working your way in with the stones. Closest to the bolsters, you have the blue turquoise, followed by the red bloody basin jasper. Then you have white mother of pearl, and then in the center you have abalone. Now the pearl and the abalone are genuine. The other stones are synthetic. And this is very similar to the first large toothpick by Rough Ryder. In the earlier StoneWorx series, as you can see, what you had was the blue turquoise, then you had the yellow jasper, followed by the bloody basin jasper, and then abalone in the middle. So really what they've done is they swapped out the pearl and rearranged a little bit of the stone. So now you have a slightly wider piece of the bloody basin jasper, and also a larger piece of mother of pearl and no yellow jasper, obviously. You also notice that the top piece of turquoise is smaller. So that's why you're able to get larger stripes on there, because otherwise, well, the knives are the same size. And obviously, like the other knives in the series, well, it's fairly well made. No serious gapping along the spine here. You have the full half stop, and the half stop works out pretty good on here. The knife still has a pretty strong pull. I have not cleaned it yet. It might loosen up a little bit once I clean it. I would say the pull is probably around a 7. You've got a great half stop, and it really does come to that half stop pretty well. I mean, it just stops. You notice the Rough Ryder tank stamp, and on the other side the 440B. Remember, all of these knives are featuring 440B. And there's your tanks, the pattern number, the 2409, and obviously all the knives are made in China. Let me wipe off all those fingerprints. But yeah, really good half stop. So the folks who really like a half stop are really going to like this one. The swedge in the front is interfered with by a little bit by the match strike pulls, so the swedge here, not too badly. I think they're about the same size. Let me take a look here. See the swedge here fairly well. See it over here. Swedge is pretty close to the same on both sides. Obviously the older knife does not have a swedge, but it does feature a match strike pull. So we have that going for us. And you have the really good mirror polish going on with the blade. And as I mentioned, you've got nickel silver for the bolsters. Also, you have nickel silver spacers in between all the stones. Something else that happens with all of the StoneWorx series knives. And then you have the brass liners between the covers and the inside of the knife. So okay, if you look closely, you can easily see that the blade is off center. It's going towards the front side of the knife, or the show side of the knife. It's very clearly leaning towards that side. Definitely not straight down the middle. If you look at the older version of the toothpick, you see while it still favors the front of the knife, it doesn't seem to be nearly as bad. This one is much straighter down the middle. than the newer one. That might just be because I just have this one knife. Other ones may be better off. I don't know. I will know soon, because I definitely plan on picking up at least 2 more of these, and possibly 3 or 4. I've got 2 of these. They're both about the same when it comes down to the blade centering. They're both fairly close to down the middle. The reason I've got 2 of them is I've got one of them in my Toothpick collection, and I've got one in my StoneWorx collection. I meant to get a third one, and I just didn't get a third one, and that third one would have been for everyday carry. Both of these, the older ones, have been carried a little bit, but what I plan on now doing is getting another one of these for the Toothpick collection. This one is in the StoneWorx collection right now. And then I will probably get at least 2 more on top of that. One of them definitely for just everyday carry, and see how well the stones hold up. That is a question a person has asked. How do the stones hold up? I have not carried them heavily, so I can't give a really good, honest appraisal of it. What I can say is the knives are 10 years old. Some of them have been carried multiple times with no problems. I have dropped them, but nothing like accidentally dropping it all the way to the floor or anything, with no problem of a stone coming loose. I do know that I bought a second-hand Whittler in the StoneWorx collection, and one of the stones was loose in that, and all I did was put it back on with a little crazy glue, actually some Gorilla Glue, and it's doing fine. So the stones, if they do pop off, what I would suggest doing is sanding the brass to get rid of all the excess glue, sanding the back of the stone, and then reattaching it with a little bit of Gorilla Glue, and everything should be fine. But yeah, I think they look great. The finish is really nice. You can feel, when you run your hand over this, you will feel ridges all along the way. They're nothing dramatic or anything. It's not like it's uncomfortable or anything. If anything, it might improve the grip a little bit. Matter of fact, rubbing your hands across it is kind of relaxing as you feel all the little bumps and everything. And like I said, it's nothing dramatic. It is squared off a little bit at the edge there, but it's also not to the point where it would be bothersome or anything. And it's a 5-inch toothpick, so you got a lot of blade to play with, and you can really do some work with it. So and the Rough Ryder toothpicks are excellent. I have carried a Rough Ryder toothpick for many years with no problem, with no blade wobble or anything else. And that's the other thing that I've noticed with the Rough Ryder large toothpicks. The blades are tight. I have multiples of them, and I've yet to find one with a loose blade. And the one that I've been carrying for several years, the blade remains tight. So I'm not concerned about that at all. Will the stones come loose? I don't know. I will know once I start carrying one for a while, and who knows, it might be something that looks good enough for the end. Maybe I'll actually retire my saw cut bone large toothpick and start carrying a StoneWorx. It'd be something really interesting to look at, and definitely something that would look a little less imposing even at this size, because this is truly a piece of pocket jewelry. Yeah, it's synthetic stones, but they're really good synthetic stones. And again, you do have genuine mother of pearl and genuine abalone, so that's something else that's a plus. Before I wrap things up with the StoneWorx, I want to show this one here. This is the Schrade Custom Series large toothpick, and you see that it's almost like they went just the opposite with the colors on the Schrade Custom large toothpick. Has the same top as the original StoneWorx toothpicks in the same triple ring powder horn at the bottom. The main difference in stones would be the black mother of pearl. The black lip mother of pearl in the center versus abalone. And to tell you the truth, I kind of like the black lip mother of pearl over the abalone. But I'm a sucker for black lip mother of pearl. It's just a wonderful color on it. But you can see the difference there between them. Also a very well made knife, the Schrade Custom Series. Blade centering was really good on there, right up there with the way the Rough Ryder was, and same with the back there. So these are out there also. I don't know if Schrade is planning on doing a new custom series based off of what you're seeing with the new Rough Ryder StoneWorx. If they do, that would be great. And the main reason I'm thinking that is because I just really like the way these stones look on a large toothpick. I think the large toothpick in this series is by far the best looking of the knives, and I would love to see multiples of this with different stones on it. But that's just me. I know other people have their own favorites. As it looks right now, it looks like there might be 2 or 3 more coming out that have not shown up yet. So I don't know if there's going to be just the 8 or so that they have shown so far, or if there's going to be 11 or 12. The original release of these had 12 StoneWorx knives in there. It would be great if they do that again. If they do, I'm hoping that they will come out with perhaps a Granddaddy Barlow. That would look really great. Another option that would look really good is a full-size elephant toe. Last time they did a baby sunfish, I'd like to see an elephant toenail in this too. But a large Barlow, or even just the regular standard size Barlow, would be nice. Right now there's a small Barlow out there that was an add-on to the original 12. So there's a lot of options. I'm hoping to see a lot more in the StoneWorx because they look so wonderful. But we'll see what happens. In the meantime, there's still 3 or 4 more out there that I haven't purchased yet. So once I get those, I will go ahead and add those to this listing of short videos on the new generation of Rough Ryder StoneWorx. Stick around for some slides. let me take just a second to thank you once again for dropping by and spending a few minutes here at Knife Chats with the Pious. I really do appreciate it, and I do appreciate any comments that you leave. So please remember to give me that thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you'll know when the next episode is up and running. Thanks again for dropping by. Really do appreciate your time here.